Out here at Magooby's. Tonight's a smorgasbord show.
Right.
My man put it together and tell you how open mic goes, man. I don't care how you are. This is one of them shows where this brother right here, my man. I mean, when he was a baby in the game.
Right.
Now he doing this thing.
Right.
Not afraid to open mic anywhere. Poetry night, music night, a funeral. Yeah. It don't matter, man. Kids getting home from school, he faking as a crossing guard, telling jokes to the kids. My dog is in the building. My man, as he says, my main apple scrapple. Right. Give it up to my little son in the game, man. Now he big, doing big things. My man Larry Lancaster. What's up, baby?
Hey, man. This is Larry Lancaster, Baltimore's big brother. And if I'm Baltimore's big brother, this is my big brother. So that lets you know the influence that this brother's had on me. He actually gave me my first time on stage, man.
Appreciate you.
Gave me down at Latin Palace about 13 years ago. I saw him and my other big brother Jay Phillips, and these guys were so funny. I said, man, I want to do what y'all doing. People been telling me I'm funny all my life. I want to make people feel like y'all made me feel tonight.
You know what? With that energy right there, what makes a comedian a comedian?
Right.
What, I mean, because you came in, you're funny, but what made you a comedian?
You know what makes, I always tell people this, what makes you a comedian is what you do when they don't laugh. Everybody can handle things when everybody's laughing. It's what you do when they don't. That's the difference between a funny person and a comedian. Mm-hmm. And also a comic can make fun out of things that most people can't see the humor in. And that's what makes you a comedian.
When did you realize that you were a comedian?
I would say the first time I did your open mic, man, wow. and I got a standing ovation in 7 minutes, and I had no idea what the hell I was doing.
Yeah, you did.
I was just going off of pure raw talent and adrenaline, and when I got off, Jay was like, "You had to clean up, player. You did 12 minutes of dick jokes," and I was like, "Come on, man, I just ripped it." But I was so new in the game, I didn't understand what he meant.
Okay.
And what he was saying was, that's cool for what you just did, but to evolve and diversify yourself, you want to be able to do churches. You want to be able to be clean. Mm-hmm. You don't want to be vulgar for the sake of being vulgar.
There it is.
So you can do grown folk material, but you want to have the command of the English language.
Let's talk about that material, the material factor. So when you hitting the open mic, what makes an open mic different from telling jokes in the house? Because you've been there. You done told jokes at home. You done told jokes in the jail. Now you're hitting the stage. Where does the material come in?
The material comes in when you write, you collect your life experiences, but no matter how funny you think a joke is, when you write it or you say it around your friends, you don't really know how that joke's going to do until you do it in front of a live audience that don't know you from Adam. And that's the beauty of an open mic. It's practice for a comic. A lot of people expect it to be a show. That's where you learn how to do a joke. And some people say, well, he did them jokes. He been doing them jokes for years. Or every time I see him, he doing that same joke. They don't understand it might have took somebody years to get one joke perfected.
Ooh, talk about it.
So new material is overrated. You could do new stuff every time you hit the stage. But it takes time to craft and get a joke perfected where you get that major laugh. And then you start layering it. Once you get the laugh, then you start adding on to the joke and you do layers. And a joke that's 30 seconds can end up being a 10-minute bit. Then it's a bit, then it's a routine.
A bit, a routine.
Right.
Any open mic you hit around the country, how much time you gotta do?
Well, it depends. Okay. Open mic, you generally do anywhere from 5 to, and a lot of it depends on how many comics they have. It depends on the status of the comic that's going up. Because we doing the open mic and Chris Rock come through and say, yo, I want to try out 30 minutes of material. We not gonna say, nah, nigga, you can only do 5.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? So, but when you do it, now here's the thing that people don't understand. To be a feature, you should have a good 25 to 30 minutes. To be a headliner, you should have a good 45 minutes to an hour. And to be a host, you should be able to do a good 20 minutes. And when I say those times, here's what I mean, because a lot of comics, new comics, don't understand what that means. They go somewhere and do an hour one night and think they got an hour. You have an hour when you can do an hour and no one laughs at you. And you can still go up there and do an hour and do the same jokes
of material,
not improv, not cracking on the audience, not whatever you done that night. Something that you can consistently do. and repeatedly with no laughs. When you can tell them same material for an hour to a chair, more than once. That's when you got an hour worth of material.
You heard it right here from Stacey Carver. From Larry Lancaster.
My big brother.
Okay? You got to have material. You got to hit the open mic. That's your practice. That's where you're honing your skills. You're getting 5. That 5 will keep coming up.
Right.
As we keep going on, you keep talking to comics, you're going to hear 5 minutes. You do television, 5 minutes.
Sometimes it's 3.
There it is.
Right.
There it is. Now, once the people see you on television and now they book you, now that 5 minutes got to be turned into 20, a half an hour, 45 minutes to an hour. Can you handle that?
Right.
Where you work all that out at? At the open mic.
Open mic.
That's how we do it, man. We got Larry Lancaster. Hey, tell them what the event is tonight. Tell them what we do.
Well, I host an online morning show with WPBradio.com, and I was fortunate enough to be doing it for 2 years, man. We've been on the air for 2 years with my host, Ray Diva, who's another brilliant comic, Henry Jones, another brilliant comic, Amaris, who does a gossip and entertainment blog, my man, Glenn Hughes, who's the producer, and also our super DJ, DJ A-Rod. So we celebrating 2 years, man, being on the air with the Live Wire Morning Show, and that's what we doing. We doing the show just to show appreciation to our supporters, just to say thank you, man. And so to my big brother Stacey, I just want to say thank you, brother. Always been a good brother, man. One of the nicest people I ever met. I never met anybody say they didn't like him, and he funny, which proves you could be funny and not have to be an asshole.
Yeah, you heard it right there. Right at the open mic from Larry Lancaster. That's how we doing it. Hey, when the people come into the DMV, where can they find you at an open mic? Do you have a room? Let them know where can comics get in touch with you. Well, we're gonna put this on the web.
Right.
Facebook, folk coming in, they want to get on. They want to get on stage. Where can they see?
The hottest new room that we got now is Phase 10. And that's Grown and Sexy, hosted by my man. I wish I had. That's one of them joints I wish I had. He got it. I know he gonna represent well because he's a wonderful host. He's likable, talented. So he gonna do his thing. And he got me headlining tomorrow night, man. The 28th of March. So I'll be headlining. So if you're looking for some good comedy, man, around some grown, sexy people, check out Phase 10, man, in Baltimore
10.
area. We also got Echoes on Thursday nights.
Liberty Road,
right, on
Henry Jones,
and
Ray Diva.
Starting in April, I'm gonna be back at 347.
There it is, right there.
So that's what's up, man.
So you coming into Baltimore, you got Phase 10, you got Echo, now you got 347. So comics, hit us up. If you're young, you're trying to get in the game, you want to groom your material, open micing, you got to do it. Larry Lancaster, we're in the building. This is Open Mic. Your host, Stacey Carver. Holla at me. We coming to your city.
My man. Love you, Ed. That was great.